The width of fabric goes from selvage to selvage. On a knit, that's typically 58 to 60 inches. On a woven, it's 48 inches. The grain line goes with the selvage. The greatest stretch, or horizontal stretch, goes against the grain, or perpendicular to the selvage. To determine the amount of stretch your fabric has, take a 3-inch piece of fabric and fold it in half. If it stretches to 4.5 inches, it has 50% stretch. If it stretches to 5.25 inches, it has 75% stretch. If it stretches to 6 inches, it has 100% stretch. To determine if your fabric has good recovery, it should return close to the 3 inches you originally had. If it stays stretched out, it does not have good recovery. I have 4 pieces of fabric, all 3 inches by 2 inches, that I'm going to show you their stretch, both against the grain or horizontal stretch, which typically has the greatest stretch, and with the grain or vertical stretch. I have a cotton lycra, French terry, old doodles, and new doodles with spandex. You start off by taking your fabric, folding it in half, putting up against the 3 inches and seeing how far it stretches. I put little marks on here so you can clearly see what their stretch is. This particular fabric for the horizontal stretch is about 50%. When I let go, it goes back to that 3 inches, so this has very good recovery. For the vertical stretch, you can see that this does have some vertical stretch, and it does bounce back, so it has good recovery both vertically and horizontally. This French terry, again, folded in half. This French terry has approximately, again, 50% stretch, and it has really good recovery since it went back to that 3 inches. For vertical stretch, it doesn't really have any vertical stretch. For the doodles, it's 100% cotton. See here that it has just about 100% stretch, but it has terrible recovery. You can see here that it's 4 inches now instead of the original 3. For vertical stretch, it doesn't really have any. This is a new doodles. It does have some spandex. You can see here that this also has more than 100% stretch. When you let go, and it does not have very good recovery. It has better recovery than old doodles, but still not as good as our other 2 fabrics. For vertical stretch, you see it does have some stretch to it. To stay up to date on future videos, please subscribe to my channel. You can also view more on my blog at sewingandthings.com.